Hello, this is Victor at RestoringMercedes.com. This is our fourth update for Oscar in New York. This is 500E 1993 I'm working on. So this is the update, quick update on what was done today, what I did today on it. So I spent a good amount of time today working on this thing, well, half a day at least. Actually yesterday I did a little work. I tried to clean up sludging on the head bolts. Okay, so you remember there used to be sludging in there, so I did my best, and I'm gonna do one more pass, because as you can see there's a little bit left still, but from what it was, this is actually pretty good results. So I'm kind of encouraged to do this, to do more of cleaning. As you can see, there's still some here and there. Mine as well, since covers are off, you see there's some sludging going on here. I just want to clean it if I could. Like this one is more, so I dissolve it and then I vacuum it out. The vacuum cleaner right there, just connect like a small hose and just keep blowing it out. So it did well to me. That's pretty decent result. So I'm gonna do it one more time. As you can see, this is another side. Bolts are clean, just around bolts you can still see a little bit of sludge here and there. As you can see, that just over there. So I'll clean that off. Other than that, it's actually pretty nice. It cleaned off. Not too bad. I mean, I definitely, well, a little bit there that I have to clean up a little bit. I'm taking the oil pan off anyway, so whatever's gonna drain down, that's going to be in the oil pan. So I'm gonna try to clean it as good as I can. So, you know, since the covers are off, it's difficult to get the bolts out, so might as well try to clean it as much as possible. Second thing, actually, yeah, let's do that. Second thing is the fuel system, the fuel filter right there replaced. High pressure fuel line is replaced. You can look at the high pressure line. As you can see, it was pinched and it's in really poor state. If you look, this is how it looks. Obviously that is not the fuel line to rely on. So as you can see, I can just bend it and that's the fuel line. So obviously that had to go. The fuel line is done, and one of the one-way valves were also replaced. I'm waiting for another one, second one-way valve for the secondary fuel pump. So I'm going to install that as well. So there's always pressure in the fuel rail, remaining pressure. So it's, you know, keeps the pressure in the fuel rail for easier restarts. Now the power steering, the whole assembly with its bracket was removed. Yeah, few things to know. I mean, the bolts that hold the bracket, they're like, there's one there, there's one over here, and this one goes from this side. Okay, there's one that is right here, as you can see it. So I found to remove that would have been best choice, bracket and the fuel pump, because I wanted to change the hoses. One of the hoses I'll show you in a minute. Now what's under here is that, as you can see, the residual moisture here, it doesn't seem to go from the engine. As you can see, engine is dry, so it's definitely coming from fuel pump area. This area is most likely residual also from the fuel, Jesus Christ, fuel pump, God. Power steering. I'm sorry, it's a long day, it's very hot today, very humid. So power steering was leaking and it would just blow it off left and right, because this area is dry, so I don't have a problem with this area. Just have a problem that the fluid would leak down, and then all of that is all coated with power steering fluid and some dirt. The compressor, AC compressor connector, as you can see, was removed. The clutch activates, so the clutch is working. Compressor isn't seized. The next thing I want to do is I want to check for the speed sensor, the compressor speed sensor, make sure it spins, but that's going to be next day. Not today. I'm gonna activate the clutch, or not even, I'm just gonna spin the compressor with multimeter connected, see if their signals comes in, because that's also important for AC system to operate. Now the cover on top here, upper timing chain cover, this seal is okay, but I'll change it anyway because I want to remove it to clean behind it. And this magnet right here was replaced at some point, because you see it was made 12th month of 1995. Original one is made in 5th month of 1992. So what that means is that somebody replaced this magnet, and as you can see it's dry, it's not leaking, whereas this one is leaking, as you can see that. So what I'm gonna do is I have one new magnet, the coil rather. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the new one on this side, because it's difficult to remove this particular coil on the driver's side. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna switch it over on the passenger side. This one will take literally a few minutes to take it off and install it. If it starts leaking, then let this leak, not this one. So we're gonna put the new one on this side. Right, so that's that. The chain, the belt tensioner is also going to be replaced. Nothing changed, as you can see, still making noise. It's not too bad, but I'll replace it anyway, but because of the pulley. Okay, the pulley is, as you can hear it, as you can see, maybe even. We have to do this one. So maybe, let's see, where's this new one? This one is rock solid, it's not moving at all. It's just zero play in it. So that's the good one, and that's the bad one. So we're gonna do that one next, because it's easier to do. One bolt over here and that's it, when nothing is around. Right, so that's that side. Of course, this side I already talked about, that I'm gonna do the seal because it's leaking. I showed it in previous video. Once all that done, I double check the timing, make sure timing is correct, start assembly, start putting things back together. Let's go on to the power steering pump area. So I needed to remove it anyway, because that's where the leaks are. As you can see, it's all wet. Another area I found an issue is this power steering pipe. As you can see, it moves freely, it's worn out. The actual points here. The suspension pipe here, I actually can shorten this area and just put the new portion of the pipe onto the nipple. It's accessible anyway. And that pipe, of course, they all leak these things. So that definitely needs to go and be replaced. So when I separate the power steering pump from the bracket, then that's how bracket looks. That's the mounting bolts here and one over here. These go behind the engine, this one goes in front of the engine. So that will be done. Somebody who replaced, probably who replaced that coil on the driver's side, put new gasket with silicone on it. So for example, I can show you the screws. These screws, they held reservoir to the case, and they had silicone on them that would just completely floating inside your reservoir. As you can see, it just came right off. So that is also bad, and I have to scrape off all of the silicone from the reservoir bottom portion. It's more or less clean now, but you see that black stuff, that's the silicone, so that can separate and then go straight into your supply line. Not good. So I'm gonna clean that, put new seal, new gasket, no silicone. It has to go dry. There's no need to put silicone if everything is proper. There's no silicone. I don't like to use silicone in areas that it does not need to be siliconed. So I'm gonna put that on there like that. And of course I do have power steering pump model number now, so I will rebuild it regardless, because it's not that easy to get to. Let's see if we got the part number here. So might as well already go through it, so it's done once for all. This is the pump, 143 bars. So that's the number. So that's what I needed. I needed the part number for the pump so I can order proper rebuild kit, take it all apart, change all the seals, put it back together, replace this hose, replace that hose, reseal the reservoir, this pipe and a couple of crush washers on this pipe, that's the suspension, change those, and that's about all. For now, that's pretty good. So coming along, you know, it's coming along. That is the pipe, by the way, for the suspension. As you can see, it's crushed pretty badly, deformed. So I was thinking just cutting this area off just right here and put this pipe back on. It's gonna work. So it wasn't leaking to start off with. I just don't like for the pipe to be so crushed. I'll see, maybe I'll get a new one. I mean, they're not that expensive. So that's basically where we are at the moment. So far so good. So let's continue working on this, and next video I will probably already have power steering pump in place with bracketry and everything. AC compressor will be checked out, and I'll clean up a little bit when the, you know, that area right down on top of the AC compressor before I put power steering bracket back on, because it's accessible now. It will not be accessible later, because, you know, one of these bolts that hold the bracket, this bracket right here, it's kind of difficult. You need like a super long extension. Use the gun at the end, like from there underneath the vehicle with long extension, because there's no space to put the ratchet, and it's too tight with the air ratchet. So you have to really, well, anyway, I mean, that's little details. It doesn't matter. So that's the way it is. So that's it basically for now. This is the update, and it's coming along, and I'll make next video soon. So this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.